party makeup under 500 rupees? Let me show you, it's actually possible. The first step is always start with a skin prep, because whatever oils or whatever dirt is sitting on your face, it's going to interfere with your makeup, and ultimately that is why your makeup starts looking cakey and patchy and oily after some time. I like using these wet wipes, which are from Apollo. I usually get these on a sale price of buy one get one, and it is priced for 200 rupees each, which is actually a steal deal. Is to make sure that our face is really clean and there is no dirt, no oil, nothing on the face. Now after you've wiped your face clean, the next step is usually to go in with a toner. So you can use a rose water toner, a mist, whatever you have. If you do not have any toner, you can also skip this step. I like to use the TNW rose water. There's usually a discount on the TNW website. This one is ideally priced for 600 rupees, but you get a buy one get one offer or a flat 50% discount most of the times. This is a really good toner. I use it on myself and I also use it on my clients, and I've never heard a complaint. After your toner dries in completely, you're going to go in with the next step, which is the moisturizer. I'm going to use this one from Eveline Cosmetics, and I got this from a online website, which I'm going to list down below for you guys to check out. Skin already feels so plump and so hydrated, and this is exactly what you want before you start applying your foundation on. Now I'm going to use two different kinds of primer for my face. I usually like my makeup to be glowy and dewy, but I also have a little texture on my skin, especially around the nose area. I have a lot of pores. So what I like to do, I take this and apply it only on the high points of my face. So because this is an illuminating primer, I'm taking this and applying it only on the higher points of my face. You can see the crazy glow that it instantly adds to the face. I'm going to wait for a few seconds to let this settle into my skin, and then I'm going to use this primer, which is from Faces Canada. Now this is a pore filling primer. It is a silicone based primer. I'm going to use it only on the areas where I want my pores to get filled in, so which is around the nose area, a little over here, and a little here. You can see it instantly blurs the areas where I've applied this. The step that I like to do is a foundation, and I'm going to use this Maybelline Super Stay foundation. I have it in two shades over here, shade number 310 and shade number 123. I got two shades because it's difficult to find your exact shade match online. Sometimes I ordered this from Myntra. This is a really good foundation. I'm going to show you the texture, and it lasts really long, doesn't feel like anything much on your skin. I'm using one pump each, and you can see this is the consistency of the foundation. It is not too runny, it is not too dry, somewhere in between a cream and a liquid. I like to mix it on the back of my hand really well. This also activates the product, and because I've used two colors, so it is really important for me to mix these up. Can you see the shade match? I'm going to use my fingers to dab and apply it. You can use a brush as well. Do not use a beauty blender at this moment, because the beauty blender is going to absorb most of the product and you're going to be left with very little product to apply on your face. The beauty blender, I feel, ends up wasting a lot of product. I've just applied the entire product on my face. I used one pump each. I'm going to first blend it with a brush. Now you have to be a little quick with this foundation because it's a matte formula. It dries on really quickly, so you have to make sure to blend quickly, otherwise you will see some patch formation on your face. Try to cover your neck area, your forehead, your jawline properly. Just look at the finish of this foundation. If you want, you can even build this foundation up. It does not feel heavy at all. It does not feel cakey at all, and trust me, it lasts really long. The price of this foundation is somewhere around 800 rupees, but I think it's available on Myntra. I also got it on a discount, so you will get this under 500 rupees definitely. And if you want a trial pack as well, so it comes in a mini version too, which comes around 300-400 rupees, so you can invest in that for now. Now after I've done my foundation, you can see there are a lot of gray areas on my face, especially around my mouth, my under eyes, and a little bit around my forehead area. That is the area which needs a little bit of more coverage, so I'm going to use a concealer now. So I have these concealers in two shades. This is from Forever 52. I have these two concealers in the shade Tan and Sand. So Tan is a little dark for me and Sand is almost my skin tone, so I like to mix these two up for my color correction. I'm going ahead with the liquid concealer, and I like to apply a little bit wherever needed. I'm not applying too much product. You can see I'm just applying a little bit. I'm using a brush to blend this out, because if you need a proper coverage with less product, then you need a dense brush like this one. Make sure to blend it with very light hands and blend it only where you've applied it. You don't want to spread it too much. So there's a reason why I've applied my color corrector after my foundation, because usually you might have seen other YouTube tutorials or videos where people first apply the color corrector and then they do the foundation. Because this is a video for beginners, so as beginners we sometimes do not understand where to apply the color corrector and how much of it to apply. So if you apply your foundation first and then when you go in with your color correction, this is much more easier for you to understand wherever your foundation is falling gray, those are the areas where you need to apply color corrector, and this way you also do not over apply the product. Now I like to take the brush with which I blend blended my foundation, and I'm just going to go over the concealer just one time with very light hands. This makes sure everything is blended nicely. Then I'm using the lighter shade, applying it wherever I want to brighten up my face a little bit or just on the higher points of my face. I like to let my concealer sit in for a few minutes before I start blending it, because this way it gives a little more coverage. So we're going to dry it for a few seconds and then we're going to blend it out. For blending this, I'm using a fluffy brush like this, and I like to start around the corners, especially around my eye area. I do not like to go in close first. This helps you diffuse the product and take very little product close to your eyes, which ultimately helps with less creasing around the under eye areas. We've already dried the concealer for a few seconds and you can see how beautiful the coverage is, and it's not taking a lot of effort to blend. Now make sure to first blend the concealer only where you have applied it, and then whatever is left on the brush, you can take it on your face wherever required. Now with whatever product that is left on my brush, I will take it over my eyes. This helps you save product and it also sets your eyes at the same time while you're doing your base. Just look at that finish and just look at that coverage. Now I'm going in with a liquid blush because I love blushes so much. This one is from Just Herbs, and trust me, when I bought it I did not like the blush so much because I think I did not understand how to apply the product correctly. I am applying it directly on my face because I know how much product to take and how well it blends. But if you are a beginner, take it on the back of your hand and pick it up with a beauty blender, or I would actually recommend a brush for this. I am blending directly because I'm an expert. Just look at that color. I like to take a little bit on my nose and my chin as well. I just feel it puts the look together. If you don't want to apply it on your nose or your chin, you can just skip it, and it does not disturb my foundation at all. And will you trust me if I tell you this costs only 100 rupees? I got it on a crazy deal from the Just Herbs website. The shade is 03 Loving Lychee. It's a beautiful shade and I think this is going to work for all medium to fair skin tone. Now just to add a little bit of highlighting, especially under my eye area, I'm going to use this mini concealer which is from Character Cosmetics. The shade number is 401, and just apply a little bit here. Make sure you apply very little of this product because we do not want it to look very white or very patchy. We're going to wait for a few seconds to blend this out. I'm going to blend it only where I've applied it. You can see, making sure to blend the edges with the foundation. Always use dabbing motions to blend your products on your face, and you see a little bit goes a really long way. Just taking whatever product is left on my brush above my eye. For my blush, I'm going to use this palette. This is from iMagic. This is one of the very first blush palettes that I've ever owned, and I'm thinking I'm going to mix these two shades here. A beautiful palette available on Myntra, available on Amazon, and it comes under 500 rupees. It's great if you're a beginner, you want to invest in a blush but you do not want to spend too much. Can you see that difference? I like to start blending here first, apply whatever product is there on my brush so it deposits the maximum product here, and then blend it inwards slowly. For fixing my base, I have these two loose powders which I'm sure you might have heard of. They're very famous on the internet, and I'm using two shades in this. I'm going to mix these two up to get my exact shade. The shade number is 02 Banana and 03 Soft Light. I've mixed both of these and you can see the color, taking it on my pizza puff. But you're not going to directly put this on your face. You're going to drag it on the back of your hand, making sure that the product is evenly distributed. Then pick your concealer brush one more time. Just blend your under eyes while looking up, making sure that there are no crease lines whatsoever, and then just pressing this in. Trust me, this is going to give you the best under eyes ever. Can you see that difference? It's huge. It has completely given me a filter-like finish. Also, if I forgot to mention, these powders cost only 200 to 250 rupees. The variants that I have is called the Trend Setting Powder. You definitely should own these in your vanity, especially if you're a beginner. For fixing my base, I have this Makeup Revolution Infinite Fixing Spray. I have been using this for a really long time on my clients as well. And trust me when I say it does not disappoint. I got it on a very heavy sale. This originally is priced for 750 rupees, but I got it only for 225 rupees on a discount. And trust me, when I got the sale price, I grabbed 4 or 5 of these and I really love using this. I'm going to let this dry completely before I begin with my eye makeup. And till the time it is drying, we are going to use this eyebrow palette and just going to fix our brows. You know the best part of this palette? This comes with a mini built-in mirror. It also comes with a small spoolie and a small eyebrow plucker. Here you have. And all of this this? Under 500 rupees. So I'm grabbing the darker shade, just drawing in the shape first. Now I'm just mixing up the two colors and filling my eyebrows. My base is also dried and my eyebrows are all fixed. Now my base looks a little flat and little matte, so I'm going to use this highlighter palette, which is again from Inside Cosmetics. It is called the Inside Makeup Essentials Glow Highlighter. It has 4 beautiful shades in it, so it's going to work well for all skin tones, and whatever shade is not working for your skin tone can be used as an eyeshadow, and that too under 400 rupees. I'm going to mix these two shades to get the highlighter that suits my skin tone. Not applying too much and slowly building is the key. Applying it on all the higher points of my face. I wouldn't say this is the best highlighter that is there available in the market, but this is the best affordable highlighter that is there in the market because of the shade range that it gives, highlighting the inner corners while blending it upwards and inwards towards the eyes. This really opens up your eyes. Even if you're not in a mood for makeup someday, just try this trick and just apply this highlighter in the way I've told you. Apply a little mascara and you're all set to go. For the eyeshadow, it is none other than the eyeshadow palettes from Swiss Beauty. These were the very first palettes that I've ever owned. Not these exact palettes, but these palettes from Swiss Beauty were the very first ones that I ever owned when I started making content first, and I have these two available right now with me. I'm going to use this palette. The shade number of this palette is 04 and it is called the Ultimate Shadow Palette. I'm first going to use a transition shade on a fluffy brush and just apply it on the crease line. It blends beautifully. It does not have a lot of fallout and it is very pocket friendly. Plus, I love to travel with these. You can build up the color intensity as much as you want. So I'm going to start with this lip liner pencil, which is from Mary Jo K. Not a lot of people know about this brand, but it's got really beautiful lip liners. And will you trust me if I tell you this lip liner is only for ₹75 and even on a higher discount sometimes online on their website, and it performs beautifully. Can you see that pigment? I like to blend this a little bit. It looks beautiful on its own. You can just apply a lip oil and you're good to go. But we are going to use one of my favorite lip shades. This one is from Inside Cosmetics and I have used this a lot. This lip shade used to come only for 90 rupees back then. Right now I think it is for 110 rupees, but it's such a beautiful shade. I've not found a shade even close to this one. This is called shade 30 Bougie, and let me show you. There was a time back in my college days when I only used to apply this and only this lipstick. Doesn't matter where I'm going, whether I'm wearing makeup or I'm not wearing makeup. The only drawback of this lipstick is that if your lips are not hydrated enough, it is going to crack up, look patchy. If you have hydrated your lips properly, trust me, you will not need a touch-up the entire day. You can go out, you can eat, you can drink, whatever you want. This lipstick is going to stay intact. I just added a small black bindi to complete my look and I think this looks pretty good. Now, because we've used very muted browns and peach tones, this look is perfect to go with any kind of outfit that you're wearing. Doesn't matter what color you are wearing. You can definitely change the color of your lipstick if you want it to go darker or lighter than what I have applied. But even if you copy paste this look as it is, this is perfect to go with any color that you're wearing. Right now I'm wearing a blue and it goes perfectly with this. Even if you are doing a red, pink, green, purple, doesn't matter. This look will look perfect with everything. So let me know in the comment section what do you guys think of this look, and if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, do make sure to give a subscribe.